Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning to all of you joining us here now, and good morning to everybody out there on YouTube Live. We're happy to have you here. We're going to start off with a song that means a lot to us that Laura and I wrote about loving Mother Earth and how she loves us, and she's waiting for us to realize it.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I'm Reverend Sharon Dunn, the Senior Minister here at the Sacramento Center for Spiritual Living, where we are so blessed to have the One Love Band. That's an answered prayer. And welcome. We have a new month, which means that we have a new theme, which means that we have a new book of the month. This particular book of the month, and by the way, all the books that we use are on our website in a pull-down menu that says Book of the Month. So you don't have to remember anything. You can go to our website. But this particular book is written by an amazing minister of our teaching. He is from Seaside, California, which is in San Diego, and he is an amazing minister who's been in our teaching for years and years. He's actually one of the younger starting out ministers in our teaching. Very amazing. Surfer dude. Very amazing. He makes it very real. So I really encourage you to check this book out. It's amazing. Now, what have we been up to this week? I have to say it's been amazing. We have done a lot of demolition in our new center, In fact, most of the demolition, as far as getting the rooms ready for us to be there on September 3rd, the first Sunday of the month. So we're very excited. And we do let you know what we're doing by having town hall meetings on the first and third Friday of the month. And what we're doing is recording them. So if you're at a party and you're not like doing our town hall meeting, but you want to know what's going on, we are now posting them on our website. So you go to the first page, the front page, the home page of our website. You scroll down, there you go. You keep scrolling, you keep going, and there it is under registry. And Ruth is going to show you that what we're doing is creating our sanctuary. And this is what you can do to help if you would like. We still need items. You can actually purchase a floor tile. You can purchase all the floor tiles. You can purchase a sheet of sheetrock or drywall. I don't know what I'm talking about.
We already have a toilet.
We did get a toilet volunteered, and I think we're going to put a plaque on it. So you too can have plaques on things as well. So I want to thank our webmaster, Jaime, who is doing the amazing job. But what you can do to keep up with what we're doing is to go on our website and check out our YouTube video of our town hall meeting, and you can get the details. But we have done so much this week, it's almost unrecognizable. We've taken down walls, we've had, hauling a lot of debris away. It looks amazing, and we're getting ready for you September 3rd. So thank you. And by the way, we are celebrating our birthday today. Tomorrow is actually our birthday, August 7th. It is when we affiliated with CSL as a Center for Spiritual Living Affiliated Center. And that was on August 7th, 2015. And we were actually together quite a ways before that. So we're really older than 8. But officially we're calling the 7th, 2015, our first birthday. So we're celebrating ourselves because we're still here and we're growing, and I'm pretty proud of us. So check out our newsletter, and as we all know, we have practitioners in our center, and this particular practitioner is what we refer to as an outreach practitioner, meaning that she lives in Canada and can't be here every Sunday. But she's here with us in spirit and in heart and in mind. And today, she's here in person.
Thank you. It is a blessing to be with each one of you in person and for those on YouTube. Thank you. So let's start with our invocation. And I'd like us to drop our minds down into our heart, our focus, into our heart. Put it closer. Into our heart, and breathe in and out through your heart. I welcome those on YouTube to do the same. And just breathe a little bit slower, signaling to your body that you are safe in this moment. And as we breathe in and out through our heart, we are connecting to the spirit within, which is also the spirit without. But there is only one divine spirit that is the creator, and that creates in and out and through itself. And each and every person is an individualized expression of this one. So that spark of light, that spark of electricity that flows through every cell and neuron in our bodies, is also an expression of divine spirit. And when we do this, connecting to the spirit that's expressing in and through each one of us, we're connecting to our purpose, our passion, as that individualized expression of divine spirit. And I am so full of gratitude. So breathe in and out in gratitude. Gratitude for life, for this day, for everything unfolding so divinely. Breathe in out gratitude for the musicians, the One Love Band, because boy, they bring the love. Breathe in and out in gratitude as we open to receive the message that I know is always divinely downloaded from Reverend Sharon Dunn. And be open to receiving that is meant for you to hear. And breathe in gratitude for this community, for these teachings. For they are loving, they are kind, they are passionate, they are all that and more. And the teachings of science of mind, pardon me, it is one of oneness for all creation. It is a teaching of oneness. Oneness in an all. Oneness in this breath. And I am so grateful for this technology that allows us to be in person and on YouTube Live. And to be able to post that on our website. I am so grateful for this beautiful space that we're sharing right now. I am so grateful for saying yes to the address where we can all gather in person in love and in gratitude. And with this, we shall anchor by saying, and so it is. And now the readings. When your energy flows, your vibration is raised. The best you ever felt is a result of this upliftment as the force moves through you and with an unparalleled strength. Christian Sorensen, Living from the Mountaintop. My creativity is amazing. It renews and recreates my whole experience. I am a new person with a fresh mind, living in an interesting world. Raymond Charles Barker, The Power of Decision. There is no greater gift you can give or receive than to honor your calling. It is why you were born and how you became most truly alive. Oprah Winfrey, The Path Made Clear. And now, I'm going to hand this over to Reverend Deborah Putman, who is going to do a special reading for us.
Can you all hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Bask in this. This is incredible. So, Ernest Holmes, our founder of Science of Mind, Science of Mind, had a wife. And they were so in love. I mean, they had this incredible relationship. And she was a mystic, a visionary, and apparently something of a poet. Now, Ernest Holmes, as we know, as most of us know perhaps, wrote What We Believe. And so we often quote from that. And what's really interesting is that his wife Hazel wrote Why We Believe. Back in 1928 or 1929, this got published in 1929. There's this beautiful, beautiful creation. So I want you to bask in it, whether that's with eyes open or eyes closed or however you best just take in this amazing reading. Why We Believe by Hazel Holmes. Because we live, we hope, and we express. Because we feel the vital fires of life. Because faith is potential, innate, universal. Because religion is a natural impulse. Because idealism is the pivot on which life revolves. Because spirituality is the stabilizing force of humanity. Because through meditation, we reach the source of reality. Because contemplation reveals the essence of being. Because of roses, moonbeams, and desires. Because of dreams, poetry, and stars. Because of the laughter of children, the singing of birds. Because of sun-kissed mountains, babbling brooks, and laughing winds. Because the odor of flowers is the incense of heaven. Because of God's lullaby crooned by waves and swaying trees. Because the blue sky is the dome of the real cathedral. Because imagination is fanned by angels' wings. Because of friendship, loyalty, sympathy, and toleration. Because of justice, affability, fidelity, and philanthropy. Because of the availability of our reliable servant, law. Because thought, the director of healing, demonstrates perfect results. Because truth is free to all, undivided, impartial. Because of inspiration, caught by the soul of genius. Because of the delicately balanced scheme of things. Because we sense the architect silently functioning within. Because climbing the ladder of ideas, divinity appears. And because love, unanalyzable, is the motivating, energizing cause. Thank you, Hazel.
This next song we wrote as a band together. And if you ever find yourself with low energy and you're just not feeling up to how you want to feel, I have witnessed throughout my life that singing brings your spirit up. That singing is very therapeutic. And for you out there watching live, sing too. It'll fill your spirit. And it's a very simple song, and you can sing along with them. And hope you enjoy it. Overhead, yes. The words.
See it? Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Ooh, everywhere. Can you feel it? I can feel it. Can you see it? I can see it. Can you hear it? I can hear it. Can you feel it? I can feel it. Ooh.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh, I can feel it. Thank you very much to the One Love Band, and thank you so much for that beautiful reading from our Reverend Debbie. That was wonderful, and I am going to bring this down a bit. It's good to be here. It's good to be here. And did I mention it's a new month? And that means that there is a new theme, and I love the theme. This month, it's my passion, my purpose. How's about that? How's about that? And our topic for today is awakening to your passion. Who doesn't want to do that? I do. And I wrote this. I thought this was pretty cool. I'm smitten with myself. Our passion is fueled by the principle of joy. Our purpose is sustained by our calling. And our awakening is inspired by our dreams. So today I'm going to talk about passion, purpose, and dreams. And the book of Romans, chapter 11, verse 29, dig this. For the gifts and the calling of God are irrevocable, can never be withdrawn, and are under full warranty, never canceled, never rescinded. Amen. Can I get an amen to that? And so we're going to talk about passion. In the notes it said God-given passion, and I thought, what does that mean? God-given passion. And today we're going to explore that idea of God-given passion. And if the word God, if you're not ready for that this morning, pick a translation. Spirit, the one mind, the divine birthright. Just pick love. Pick whatever it is that makes you comfortable, because this is really amazing. We are born this way. What did Gaga say? I'm born this way. That is what God-given passion is. God-given passion. And again, why passion is fueled by the principle of joy is because principle is changeless, right? Principle is the same for all, always the same. Everyone experiences it. It's changeless and it's infinite. It's forever and ever, always was and always will be. And passion is fueled by the principle of joy, because principle is changeless and so is your passion. I kind of want you to start thinking about your childhood. Since we were born that way, right? There was something in your childhood, something that you knew you were born to be, or to do, or to express. And let's not limit it to one thing. And now we're living 100 years. So we might have the time to express several deep-seated passions that we might have. But what I want you to be thinking about when we're talking this morning is, what did I love as a child? What brought me joy, right? What was my jam? And where did that go? You know, when we had to get serious. You know, like when we had to go to junior high and pay more attention to what people thought of us, right? Or when we got to be parents and we had no time for ourselves. Or on and on and on. When did we forget what it is that we were born to do? And it isn't fleeting. These seeds that are planted in us are still there. They may be dormant. And I'm going to tell you that there are things we can do to put water on them and give them the right things that they need, the right temperature, the right soil. And that is going to be called, wait for that. Wait for that. It isn't dirt, it's grit. We're going to talk a little bit about grit. The gifts of God includes everything you need, by the way. Do I often say, if you're given something to do, or if you're called to do something, you're going to have everything you need? And the one thing we need to incite that or to set it on fire is what? Trust. Right? Trust. It's that trust. I have to count on that thing that is greater than myself. If you nurture these things, they grow and come to life. Again, if we deprive the world of what we came here to do, that's not okay. That's not okay, is it? You think it's just yours. I'm thinking of the One Love Band. I'm thinking, about Ruth. Wasn't someone an opera singer?
My father was an opera.
Wasn't your father an opera singer? And weren't you born with, that's another thing. Spirit creates us, right? But we also have those genetics, that culture, that thing that we were taught when we were young to love, because it was given to us in love and admiration. And you have a beautiful voice. And is it not wonderful? I asked the One Love Band, how is practice on Wednesday nights? They're having a blast. They're having an absolute blast. And why? Because their passion. This is a God-given gift, or spirit-given. So we're going to be mindful this whole month about what are we passionate about? And also, what can we do to encourage that passion to emerge to a different expression of itself? What a great month. What a great theme, I think. Because you know what we might have to do? We might have to play. We might have to go back to being those children, those innocent children that have absolutely no filter. No filter whatsoever. It's all about me, and I'm here. Yay. Yay me. You do you. Right? The biggest expression. And again, this fosters our annual theme. And what is our annual theme? Living out loud. Is this? I know this is pretty creative, where people have really thought things through, haven't they? So uncovering your joy as a child is going to reveal something very profound. Again, you've heard my story of wanting to be a cellist and being in concert when I was in first grade. I was good, and then they started to tease me because the cello was bigger than me, and I had to carry it around. And then, is that your lunch? And that was the end of the cello. I did downsize to the guitar, but I could hide that in my room. And I decided that I was going to listen to naysayers my whole life. That I was going to downplay that God-given passion of me being a musician so that I could please my naysayers. How'd that work? How'd that work? So each person has a divine spark, we say. But I say we're sparklers. I say we don't just have one spark. Anybody here relating to anything I'm saying so far? Was there anything, and those of you who are online, who are coming in on YouTube Live, put it in the comments so we can see. What was your passion as a child? Anybody?
Guitar.
Guitar. How early on?
Probably 7 years old.
7 years old. Oh, wow. And look at what we are blessed with today. A lead guitar player, a female lead guitar player, which is quite unusual. Connie, did you?
To have a horse.
You wanted a
That was
horse.
my very first passion in life. I was still in diapers when I saw my first horse, and I wanted one ever since. I had them for 24 years, so I have fulfilled that dream.
In diapers, she saw a horse and had them for almost 25 years. That's beautiful. Anyone else? And?
just being out in nature, you know, and in those days it was fine. Mother would push you out the door and you'd come back when you got hungry and just roamed in the woods and played.
Wow, nature. And you still love it.
I still love it.
And that's where you are connected to your God-given passion. We can also say kind of that when we're there, we are fully Spirit expressed. Can't we say that? I mean, do you sometimes when you're in nature completely lose track of CNN and MSNBC and Fox News and just return to center and refill? Can we say that? When you're playing the guitar? Is it medicine? Is it medicine for the soul?
You know, I gotta say, everything was no. So the passion and the spirit must have been so strong in me, because had I listened to my naysayers, it was women, you know, girls don't play guitar in a
Girls
band.
don't play guitar. You know, I'm so happy that for some reason, my passion was so strong. That's what we call the calling part of it. You know, I was called, and I do say God is a nag. You know, because you can do anything you want to damp down that passion, but it's going to always be there. And for some reason, as a young adult with a baby, I had to, and I had always played guitar, but I called another person into my world, and then another person, and suddenly there was a band, and I must have written 200 songs, and we have this beautiful CD, and we had all these beautiful memories of being a girl band. I got to be a girl band, and I just am so grateful. And my kids were raised as groupies. Our husbands carried all our equipment around, and it was a blessing. It was a blessing. So as far as purpose goes, again, let me say, our passion is fueled by the principle of joy. Our purpose is sustained by our calling, and our awakening is inspired by our dreams. So we have this term, don't we? Adulting. Have you heard it? Anyone? Adulting? Adulting often overshadows our childlike wonder of life. Yes?
Yes.
Do you ever just wake up and say, I'm not adulting today? What if we think back to our childhood and remember what used to make our hearts sing instead and start to play in that field? What would you do? What would you be doing if you were playing in that field of dreams? And what if we spent time reliving what we wanted to be when we grew up, and ask yourself, what did I want to be when I grow up? What do I want to be when I grow up? I still am asking. I'm 71 years old. And I'm still asking, what do I want to be when I grow up? And Einstein says, imagination is more important than knowledge. For knowledge is limited, whereas imagination embraces the entire world, stimulating progress, giving birth to evolution. Do you understand what that means? We are ever expanding, don't we say that? We are ever expanding. The good news here today is that we do not have to ever do that last thing we did again. We can spend the rest of the month playing in this field of dreams. We can spend the rest, and we here will be talking about it. And so many achievements and inventions came about as daydreams. Times where minds were able to wonder. Has anyone ever heard of wake up and write your dreams down? Keeping a dream journal is really important, because it gives you a habit of reaching right away before the dream's forgotten. Right away, have it right there before it's forgotten, and just scribble it so that it isn't forgotten. And so one illustration, this coming to life idea that I really enjoyed doing when I was doing my research, is a fulfilling life lies in following the dreams and passions God has placed in you, or Spirit has placed in you. If you let your dreams grow dim and allow your passions to fade, you lose something. All of us do. Has that been an experience you've had? Have you let any of your dreams fade? No. No. Here are some things you can do for those times when dreams, passions, and callings are elusive and hard to find. What did I think? Now, this was my translation. Our visioning practice. Come on. That would be the thing here. The thing of the thing. What is visioning? Our visioning practice is when we sit and listen to God's idea of itself as any question we might have. We don't have to come up with it. We don't have to direct it. We don't have to do what I do when I come walking in this morning and just managing the whole and controlling the whole thing, making sure our production works so smoothly. No, this is where we just relax and ask, what is mine to do? I'm ready to hear. And just sit quietly. Don't worry about the thoughts that go by and again, grocery list or the I got to do this or I got to go here. Just listen. Just listen. What is mine to do? What would you have me do? What is your idea of itself as mine to do? What is that thing you gave to me? That imprint on my soul that I came here to do? I mean, there's so many different ways you can ask. And prayer, again, is also important because we can literally pray for the calling to be louder, for the calling to be revealed, for any time during the day, hints, breadcrumbs. What would you have me know? You can pray into that. Listen to the words Spirit is singing over us. And then what do? We live in the expectancy. So what is that I say, live in the expectancy? Isn't that intention? We live in the intention. I will not leave here without doing my thing. That thing that you would have me do. And here's where we want to talk a little bit about grit. Because the thing doesn't just happen. When we say we have to move our feet, treat and move your feet. Treat meaning how our affirmative prayer is called spiritual mind treatment. We often say, don't we? Treat and move your feet. How would we treat? Well, we would treat with grit. And grit is effort. We would make an effort. We have to put time into our talent. Because what? Talent, I'm talented. You're talented. But if I don't put the time into it, how often do you practice your music? How often do you practice your guitar? Do you think you'd be a guitar player if you just wanted to be one? No.
It used to be extensive.
She has grit. She says, no matter what, I'm going to practice. I'm going to practice my talent. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it even when I don't want to do it. Debbie, you know this very well. She is an author of a published work. And she has more works to publish. And she doesn't get to say, I'm writing a book anymore. She gets to say, I have written and published. I have made it happen. I have brought it into form. And what does that take? How many times have you said, I'm sorry I can't volunteer today. I'm in my writing group. I'm doing my writing. I have to do my writing because I have so many hours a day allotted to it. And even if I just sit there, I'm doing it. That is grit. And that is essential. We listen to the singing of Spirit. We trust God's timing and know that He will get there when you need to be there. But you got to go there, right? We got to go there. And then you are being made ready for the beautiful harmonies that only you can sing. What do we say? We are unique expressions of the One. I can't sing soprano like Ruth. I can't play lead guitar. I'm going to play lead guitar then because I'm going to take lessons from her. She doesn't know yet. From her, and I'm starting to figure out how to do that. And so is this inspiring anything in you to like, maybe I need to get back into that and take some action? And again, I'm quoting scripture. I've had a lot of fun quoting scripture this week. And so Job 42:2 says, I know that you can do everything and that no purpose of yours can be withheld from you. Job. How about Proverbs 19:21? Many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. I know, me. Quoting scripture. How about one more? Proverbs. The purposes of a person's heart are deep waters, but one who has insight draws them out. And I'm going to add, because I'm going to add to scripture. But one who has grit draws them out. You know, I had to call Jessa, my daughter, this morning because I had to tell her, honey, I listened to this TED Talk and it would describe you perfectly because she is a person with grit. Did it drive me nuts raising her? She would not let go of an idea to save her soul, and I would just give up. I'm like, I'm going to do what she needs me to do to support her in this endeavor because she is not going to let me go. She's not going to quit on this. She's not going to let it go. So either I'm going to get angry, right, and shut her down, or I'm just going to do it. And she is one of the most. This is a word. She is one of the grittiest people I know, and she's successful because she's the grittiest. And what do I mean by successful? I mean that she has had so many obstacles. She has had so many things to plow through, like all of us. But what does she do? She rises up like the phoenix every darn time. You cannot keep her down. You cannot. And
That's amazing.
we're talking learning disabilities, and some people have biochemical changes, or some people just have ethnic or governance issues. I mean, whatever holds us down, we do not have to stay there. Do we? We do not have to stay there. I love this part. Find supportive people. I like this. Ready? Find your balcony people. I love this. Is Joyce Landorf. Balcony people love to lift you up. Find your balcony people. I'm thinking, leave behind your basement people. Because I always have to add something, right? But your balcony people believe in you and have this uncanny ability to see your gifts and talents. Find them. Do you have balcony people in your life? Do you have basement people in your life? Or sometimes you, the basement? And then go sit with them. They're cheering you on. Read inspiring books. Remember, no one else can do your dream. No one else. Yep. So we have this houseboat that we are in love with, and it's in love with us, and we don't want to do anything but be in the houseboat. And I have hung my guitar. There's no walls in this houseboat, by the way. There's just that you can hang anything. It's all windows. But there's two walls. And on the one wall, I'm going to have pictures, yes, but on the side of the pictures, I have my guitar, and on the other side, I have my ukulele. And I've already started taking it down and holding it and tuning it and playing it. I am using my grit. I am using this effort. So last, and this is where this is the dreams, okay? And this is being childlike. And I went down to see my grandkids. And you all know this kind of thing that most people that know or are around small children know. But you give them an expensive toy, and what do they like? The box that came in, right? Okay. And so my son and my daughter-in-law bought a giant sofa. And what did it come in?
A big box.
Giant. boxes that will never be crushed. They're made of steel, these boxes. They're so thick and they're so sturdy that they're in the garage taking up half of this giant garage because they're now a fort. They are painted, they have windows, they have bedding in there, they have they're decorated. There's peepholes, there's a way to communicate with them when they're in there, and you can actually be invited in. And we didn't play with any of the toys that I brought. What did we do? We played with the box. So remember this, to become childlike. To become childlike, you don't need anything but your imagination. And one more time, our passion is fueled by the principle of joy. Our purpose is sustained by our calling, and our awakening is inspired by our dreams. Small children are great demonstrations of joy and passion. They're not self-conscious or worried about what others think. They live with an innate spontaneity. Are you putting yourself in this? Are you saying, I am not self-conscious? Can you say that with me? I am not self-conscious. I'm not worried about what others think. I live with innate spontaneity. And freedom flows through most of my activities. Wearing a tutu with a superhero cape, colorful rain boots, a straw hat would not be unusual for a child. When I was down there, now Ray Marley, who is now 6, dresses herself. That crushed me when I first went down there, and I had nothing to do with her dressing. And she promenades down the stairs, and I'm amazed at what she's chosen to wear. Nothing short of outrageous. The tights, the skirt, the top, the socks, the shoes. She is a sparkler. She is a sparkler. And you too can be a sparkler. So, here's another one. We would be shamed or made wrong for having unrealistic goals. Did anybody experience any shame? Did anybody get shamed for I remember when I wanted to be a, Pavarotti, I wanted to be world famous, of course. And I was told, you can't make a living with music. How many musicians have been told that anyway? You can't make a living doing that. What is a living? Isn't that funny? What an oxymoron that sentence was. Because living is really expressing ourselves fully, right? Overheating the opinions of others is a definite squelcher of creativity. So I will end here because I'm pretty excited about this topic. Let your daydream be your secret tool. Remember, grit. You have to put effort into it. Remember your early joys that were ignited through imagination and play. Let go of self-conscious thoughts. You can reclaim your inner passion and begin the momentum of expanding into your purpose. And last, trust the spontaneous options revealed throughout the day. What are you guided to act upon? Take a new path to work or take a new route. Reclaim your inner joy and passion. I want to say, this is my passion. Can you tell? Can you tell that you are my balcony people? Can you tell me that this music is not so emotional for me because it's answered prayer, because it came from vision, from each of you who show up are my balcony people. Let us pray. The biggest balcony person is spirit. Spirit that loves its creation, that is the creator creating creation, that has created all life. And how extraordinary. What about those creatures under the sea that are so many different colors with so many different legs and antennas and fins and teeth and slither and fly, and good Lord, the passion of the one that creates out of itself and asks its creation to be the balcony person, the one that supports all life to be its full expression of spirit itself. So what am I? I am the I am. I am that is. I am the creator of my own life. And this creator that connects us all to each other means that I am not alone. That I am here to express fully with a beautiful audience that I create love in the world, and all principle is my experience. Love and light and purpose and grace and harmony and joy. I know by being this, by being that, by being the I am good for the world. I am enough. I am amazing. And what I know for myself deep in my soul has to be true for all. Because there's only one mind. There's only one heart. There's only one life. And we're all connected in it. So I turn away from the basement ideas, from the naysayers. I turn toward the truth with a capital T. I turn towards my good, my purpose, my dreams. I am fully expressed, and I know that for each of us. I know that for each of us listening to this prayer, hearing it right now in this very room, and hearing it later. I am so grateful that this prayer is answered, that this center is the absolute demonstration of spiritual community, the dream come true. And so I release my word into the law, knowing it's so. And please agree with me by saying, and so it is. Yay. I think it's stuck on the chair.
Thank you for that, Reverend Sharon. That really inspires me to even do more with my passion.
Reminds me of Brene Brown, where when you step into the arena, you don't want to listen to the people who are booing. You want to listen to the people in the balcony cheering you on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is a song by Sheryl Crow, and I love this song because it's something that means so much to me, and I'm sure all of us here, is to have peace. So maybe we could sing the chorus together, so when it comes, we're all singing out really loud. So.
Okay.
Peace, peace be upon us, peace be upon us all. Peace be upon us, peace be upon us all. Everybody out there too. Peace be upon us, peace be upon us all. One more time. Peace be upon us.
write history. Tales of wise men, villains, and innocent ones. All you shepherds and sheep, when you wake from your sleep, there will be a new day, if you know what I mean.
Walking down the streets of dreams, eating from the fields of life, tripping down the smallest things, trying to reach the light, trying to reach the light. With the key upon the door, put the key into the lock, turn the lock and open the door. Look at all you got, look at all you got. All your sinners and saints, all your creatures of faith, don't people be afraid. If you know what I mean, let me hear you say, peace be upon us, peace be upon us, be upon us all. Peace be upon us, peace be upon us, be upon us all. Peace be upon us, peace be upon us, be upon us all. Peace be upon us, peace be upon us, be upon us all.
Yeah.
Wow. Peace be upon us all. That kind of just says it all. Coupled with the other song, I Feel It. Can you feel it? Or I feel it. So, upon receiving these gifts that we received today, that inspiring message, inspiring music, it is now the time for us to give. For you on YouTube that are present now or going to watch us later, the time to give, it takes money for this technology for you to be able to be live on YouTube. It takes money to keep the lights on. It takes money to pay our musicians, our speakers, our minister.
Yes. Yes, please.
And so this is your time to give back in support of all that you receive from these teachings, from these messages, from our music. It all comes at a cost. And so even moving into our new center, that also takes money. And money is God's currency. So let's also remember that. It is that circulation that you give and you receive. It's that circulation of abundance. For there really is no lack in the oneness of God, in the oneness of Spirit.
Beautiful.
And so, with that,
Our affirmations right behind you.
so, yes, I don't want to fall on stage, right? So our abundance affirmation. So please, let's all say this together, and you on YouTube, please say it with us. Abiding by the law of circulation and in heartfelt gratitude, I affirm that I live in a creative and abundant universe that continuously flows in, through, and out as me, expressing as the ever-expanding, infinite good.
And
So it is. Oh, and so it is. And now for our beautiful and inspiring minister, Reverend Sharon, she will do the announcements.
That was brilliant, Linda. Thank you so much. Again, you can hear our YouTube recording of our last town hall meeting, or you can come to our next one. You know, and it's not just to talk about the updating of the center, but also to bring your suggestions, your concerns, your ideas, so that we can grow in imagination, from imagination. And your prayer requests can, if you put them online, and if you on YouTube have a prayer request, put it in the chat and tell us right now, because we have that ability to record that prayer request and put it to the team. We as a team, Ecclesiastic team, pray for a whole week on our prayer requests. So you can continue to request prayer as often as you like. Because why? We love to pray. And I will turn this back over to Linda, who is going to take us out with our affirmation, which you can go home with, as well as our benediction, and then our One Love Band closing song.
I'm already excited to hear that.
Right.
So another gift for each and every one that's listening in person or on YouTube Live is our affirmation is, I am an individual creation of life, born with passion.
It's true.
It is. We all have that passion within us. And now we will do the benediction, and it will be followed by our closing song from our beautiful musicians, and I'm sure it's going to be inspiring. And okay, again, let's drop into our hearts. And breathe in and out of our hearts as we are breathing in and out in oneness, in God, in divine spirit. Breathing in and out in our passion, connecting to that passion. Can you feel it? Yes, can you feel it? And remembering that as we leave here today, that our secret weapon is our dreams, our imagination, and our grit. Our grit to follow through on them. Because otherwise, they never demonstrate. And God, divine spirit, is always waiting to guide us. Just listen. Just listen. And so for that, I am so eternally grateful for all that has transpired today. The many gifts that I personally have received, and I think each and every one of us here, from the message, from the musicians, from the readings, from just the divine presence of everyone in person and everyone on YouTube. Because whether you're here in person or not, in the oneness, we are all together. And so it is.
So it is.
So it is.
Now please enjoy our closing song.
Beautiful. Thank you. Nice job.
This song was, Ruth brought the song on our last practice, and it's by Gary Lynn Floyd, and it encourages you to sing along, so please do. And you can sing along, it's kind of like a call and answer, and it should be up there. Yes, okay, here we go, and same as you out there, YouTube land. Love Love be with you.
Love be with you.
Peace unfold you.
Peace unfold you.
Spirit lift you.
Spirit lift you.
Breathe it in.
Breathe it in.
Truth come through.
Truth come through you. The good flow